Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to talk about when one of Jesus' disciples denied him. And this is kind of a tough topic, but it's important for us to remember because we do this in our lives all the time. So have you ever kind of slinked away from a friend when maybe they get in trouble or they say something too loud or maybe they say something kind of silly in a crowd? So Peter, one of Jesus's best friends, did that to Jesus. But instead of just kind of slinking away, Peter denied he even knew Jesus. Talk about a scaredy cat. Now I want you to think about in your head what it would feel like if one of your friends did that to you. Ouch! It probably wouldn't feel too good, right? I imagine that would really hurt. Peter knew with his head and his heart that Jesus was the Son of God, but he was too afraid and fearful to admit it. And here's the other important part. As sad and disappointed as Jesus was that Peter denied him, Jesus forgave him. Isn't that incredible? Peter and Jesus stayed friends. Later in the Bible, it tells us that Peter got over his feelings of being afraid and he spoke boldly about Jesus Christ. Let's head to our Bibles and read a verse about this. Let's head to John chapter 18, verses 25 through 27. Meanwhile, Simon Peter was still standing there warming himself. So they asked him, "You aren't one of his disciples too, are you?" He denied it, saying, "I am not." One of the high priest's servants, a relative of the man whose ear Peter had cut off, challenged him. "Didn't I see you with him in the garden?" Again, Peter denied it, and at that moment, a rooster began to crow. So that verse tells us that not only did Peter deny Jesus once, but he denied him twice. And actually, he even denied him 3 times. It's completely normal to feel scared. Don't be surprised if you're afraid to acknowledge your love of Jesus to a certain friend or maybe tell them that you go to church. But here's the truth that will chase that fear right out of you. Nothing is greater than God. That fear that we talk about comes from the feeling that someone or something is greater than God. But we know this to be true, that God is always greater. So let's go to our great and powerful God in prayer. Would you pray with me? Jesus, we have been embarrassed to be associated with you. We don't know why we are afraid of others' opinions of you. You are greater than anyone or anything. Help us to remember that. Give us the courage to speak boldly about you and your truths. We love you. Amen. Challenge! It's challenge time, guys. For today's challenge, I want you to tell someone about your love of Jesus. It can be your mom, it can be your dad, it can be your best friend, it can be your dog. I don't care who it is. Tell someone that you love Jesus and why you love Jesus. Go out there and spread some love today, guys. See you tomorrow.